Coastal fisheries are where biodiversity and people intersect. 85% of the world's reefs and 100% of its mangroves are in coastal areas. And over 1 billion people worldwide depend on the fisheries found within 12 nautical miles from shore for food and livelihood. Communities near them include some of the poorest and most vulnerable populations. But all over the world, coastal fisheries are often undervalued and considered low priority, so they are not well managed or resourced. As a result, overfishing and habitat degradation is a common problem. Fish Forever is an integrated approach that links the protection of the environment and use of natural resources with the well-being and prosperity of coastal communities. The goal of Fish Forever is to enable effective community-based management. This means that communities work with their governments and are responsible for the protection and use of their marine resources. How does this work?
To sustain coastal fisheries, they need to be managed at the right ecological and governance scale. They need to be properly sized and located no-take marine reserves where fish populations can recover, which must be designed with ecological and biological factors in mind. These factors include how fish populations are connected by ocean currents that affect larval dispersal, and how fish use different habitats, as well as the projected impacts of climate change. Studies prove that well-designed no-take reserves are a critical tool for replenishing fish populations. The use of fishing resources also need to be regulated from a social economic perspective. Managed access areas, where groups of fishers get exclusive rights to fish in exchange for adopting more sustainable fishing behaviors, allow communities to regulate effort in an equitable manner and provide incentives back to fishers to sustain proper fishing practices.
For these networks to be effective, they need to have the support of fishers behind them. This can only happen if the fishers are part of the process of designing them, and they feel they have a stake in how these fisheries will be managed in the future. In Fish Forever, managed access plus reserve networks are managed by fishers and other stakeholders who are legally mandated to participate in planning and decision-making.
Dato kaayo gikatabang ang managed access area plus sanctuary nga ordinance tungod kay mapungga na ang mga illegal fishing dito dapita ug daghan na ang mga isda nga makonserbar di ana sa atong sanctuary.
I was not aware of the impact and the damage we were doing as a community till I learned to dive. Going underwater for the first time and actually getting up close with the reef, the fishes, barracuda, sharks, it was really remarkable. You get how significant everything is, how everything is connected, and the damage we do, how it goes down to their environment.
A deep understanding of human behavior also drives Fish Forever. RARE helps our partners create campaigns that incorporate compelling social and emotional incentives for doing the right thing. Some examples are building pride in species and habitats their areas are known for, or helping fishers see themselves as role models in their communities. We also help them see how working together for better governance, enforcement, and learning can help them succeed.
Ako ng panahon, ultimo na ko kay ng tao kay tungkol nga akong pangita, prinsesa Ramon. Pero pagkakaroon, dako na sila respeto na ako. Pagkakaroon kay aduna na ko ay mga anak na naka-edukar, gumikan sa utok na ako una-una. Akong ipasigar ko nila. Gikan din sa akong paningkamot, gikan sa kanila.
Does it work? Early results are very promising, Across the coral reef sites in the Philippines and Indonesia, biomass inside and outside of the reserves is increasing. These increases appear to be driven by social changes, such as improved knowledge, attitudes, and interpersonal communication. Fishers are feeling much more hope for the future and more trust in each other. There is an improved sense of well-being, and they are actively participating in management. To help community-based management be effective, fisher households need to have financial resilience to maintain well-being even through crises and shocks. Management bodies should be organized and have capacity, and they need reliable data available for making decisions about their fishery. An enabling policy and governance framework to allow rights-based management must be in place. And over time, different sources of funding should be made available to sustain local government and community management of fisheries in the years to come. Networks of reserves and managed access areas can bring ecological results. Networks of people drive social results. These are the most critical ingredients of the Fish Forever approach.